Hello there, Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Halloween Horror Month. This one I'm just reviewing the episode. It's not a special name or anything. Uh, Before I start, I had planned next to do the episode of Game Shakers called Scared Triplets. Turns out Game Shakers is not streaming on Paramount Plus like I thought it was, so I swear it was before. They must have taken it off. I swear it was on there before. I swear I saw it on there before, but they took it off. So we're going straight to this one. And then the episode that I was going to do review two episodes in one is not going to be split into two. Easier to do that way anyway. But we are talking about the episode. According to Paramount Plus, it is episode 1 of season 5. I don't believe that, but we'll go with it. Danger Things! And as you can tell, it is a parody of Seinfeld. So it starts in the diner. No, just kidding. Stranger Things. Yes. And I got confused because I always thought this was season 2. Because what confused me, I think, what my confusion was that I think because they're dressed as the Ghostbusters, or in their universe, weird exterminators from that one movie. And that's the beginning of season 2 of Stranger Things, so I think that's why I got confused. But yes, it's Halloween, which doesn't really play much into this other than they're trying to be in costumes. And, so Henry, Jasper, and Charlotte, now older, and it's really weird watching an episode of season 1 and fast forwarding all the way to season 5. They're so much older. Wow. But yeah, and by this point, Jasper knows about how Henry is kid danger. So there's a lot of references to Stranger Things, and I will point them out as we go along. Those that I can remember. So we start off, and Henry is dressed. He's making a jack-o'-lantern. Hollow, hollow, Halloween, hollow, something like that. I don't know. But, and then the parents come out, and he's like, "Oh, I get it. You dressed as people who remember as zombies haven't turned into zombies yet." And they're like, "No, we're not dressed up. He's like, "My uncle died, and we have to stay in a house overnight to get the inheritance money." And I'm like, "That's the plot from Scooby-Doo." And he's like, "Oh, Uncle Jimmy died?" We literally never heard of Uncle Jimmy. At all. Like, at all? Like, "Oh, Uncle Jimmy died?" He's like, "So you gotta watch Piper." He's like, "Wait, what?" And they leave. He goes, "Oh, yeah, you're great parents. Thank you. I was being sarcastic." So, yeah. So, just as like I said, there's the Ghostbusters, but they can't say Ghostbusters because of copyright. So, he goes inside. And Piper is freaking out. She's under the kitchen table. Because she tried to cut her hair and it didn't work. Her hair it's supposed to be her hair is shaved, but it looks worse than the hairpiece that Millie Bobby Brown wore in season 4 of Stranger Things. Because this is less budget. It's supposed to look like 11, shaved head. And he's like, she's like, "I was trying to be a Fresno girl, this Fresno girl doll, which is blonde and she's a redhead." And he's like, "I was trying to cut it so it was like the hair. The hair is literally long. I don't know what she was trying to cut. But I kept cutting it. It kept getting uneven. And so now I have this." She has a little more hair than I do. Especially here. And then Charlotte rings over the radio. It's a radio. Going, "Code Red. Code Red." And the first time I watched this, I hadn't seen Stranger Things yet. This might be the first time watching this since I watched Stranger Things. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting so many of these references now. Code Red. I repeat, it's a code red. It's a code red. And it reminds me of Dustin because she keeps saying it, and they're not answering right away. It's a code red. It's a code red. As he's like, "Okay, I hear you. We have to go to junk and stuff." And Piper's like, "I'm not leaving." I look like this. He goes, "No, it's okay. We're going to junk. I told you, I'm not leaving." He goes, "Well, we have wigs at junk and stuff." "Hey, don't we have wigs at junk and stuff?" And Jasper gets on, and he's like, "Yeah, we have wigs at junk. I can confirm we have wigs at junk and stuff. I'm wearing a wig right now." And he's got supposed to be like Dustin's hair. It becomes more like Dustin later, which is weird because he's not. He should be the one calling the code red then, instead of her, who I think she's supposed to be Lucas at this point. I don't know, but like, see, we'll go to Jungle Self, we'll get you a wig, a blonde wig, which looks like 11 from the first season when they dressed her up in the wig, you know? Yeah. And so they get there, and she puts on the wig, they go down to the man cave. Schwartz comes out with a wig. Who are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm Steve. Steve. He's supposed to be Steve. Steve. Oh yeah, Steve, whatever, my roommate from college. But we see his, there's an episode where they go back to when Schwartz is in college and there's a different guy there, but whatever. Yeah, and then Captain Ray comes out dressed like Hopper. And he's like, hey, did you finish that chocolate line with my face on it? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, she's like, oh, he's like, oh, Charlotte's been going on about a code red, some dogs been kidnapped. She's like, no, not dogs, kids. And he throws the pumpkin. He's like, dude, I spent all day doing that. So, a bunch of kids have been kidnapped. 10, to be precise. And they're all wondering who's going to be 11. And if it wasn't already going this enough in your face, as soon as they say, who's going to be 11, it cuts to Piper. And we get Stranger Things open, and it says Danger Things. And then Piper gets kidnapped by this monster that's supposed to be like the Demogorgon. And then we get the opening theme, which is just a regular thing. So now Piper has been kidnapped. As I should mention, as Piper's being kidnapped by this creature, Jasper, I almost said Dustin. Jasper sees this, runs right into the door, and now he's messed up his face, so he talks like this, like Dustin does. But he's not doing it right because he sounds weird. I don't know. He doesn't sound like Dustin, but he's just what's supposed to be. He's supposed to sound out like Dustin now. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and he reports that Piper has been taken. So, and what is very much filler for the episode, they're trying to figure out where they are, and they have to triangulate where all the kids were taken from. And Charlotte, I couldn't think of her name. Charlotte says there's a pattern here. And he's like, yeah, I see the pattern. And he's just like, drawing all around the thing. And she's like, no, it's an axe. And everything, it's an axe. Like, oh, okay. And, like, Ray's telling Henry to calm down. He's like, well, my sister's been taken, dude. I can't just calm down. And he's like, we have no idea where she's going to be. You're just going to have to let her go. And Charlotte keeps trying to interrupt. And she's like, he's like, no, not Charlotte. No, look. Can't you see he's trying to grieve? No. It's in the middle of the X. A place called Evil Science Corp. No, they're kind of on the nose here. Right? With this. So, meanwhile, inside the not upside down, it turns out it's all nice and happy there, and there's candy everywhere, and the stuff that kind of floats around in the upside down here is cotton candy instead of what always looked like red asbestos to me. Yeah, it's cotton candy now. Yeah, it snows cotton candy, and the Demogorgon, his name is Kevin. And I initially thought, is that Sean Whalen from People Under the Stairs? But no, it's not. It's someone else. So everyone's happy. And Oliver is also there. You don't know Oliver is Henry's friend. He's there. Just as former... He's like, who are you supposed to be? She's like, I'm a Fresno girl doll. Nobody's going to get that. I'm dressed as former First Lady Barbara Bush. And they call him Barb. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it, Barb? Do you get it? Do you get it? Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Do you get it? Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here, I'm getting these references, and I'm like, oh my god. I didn't get these the first time. I got the Demogorgon thing. The first time I watched this, I knew about Demogorgon, I knew about 11, and I knew that Dustin had the lift thing. So I knew what they were doing. And I knew about the Ghostbusters thing. That's really all I knew. And the world called the Upside Down. I don't know if it was called the Upside Down, but I knew it was the world. So I knew some things. I had like 10 kids being abducted, 11. It's like, well, but only Will was abducted and kind of Barb, but she was killed off right away. But like, they had to abduct 10 kids so that Piper could be 11 because it beat it over the head with that. So they go to Evil Science Corp, where we meet Bill Evil. I don't know if he's supposed to be Papa. He doesn't act like Papa. He's got quiet shoes, silent shoes, whatever. Don't make noise when you walk. I think I have a coworker that has those because he's always sneaking up on me when I'm cleaning the bathroom at work, and he gives me a heart attack all the time. I'll be in there. Hey, wear a bell, dude. So I tell him, wear a bell or something. Jesus, all the time. Yeah, and he denies that there's anything weird going on. Until this door opens, like, oh, the portal's going crazy, and it definitely has something to do with that monster that's abducting kids. And they're like, so yeah, in the other world, Kevin explains that he was just lonely, and he's taking these kids to share his lovely world with them, and he just wants a friend, right? And they're all happy. Piper's ready to go until a hot boy, her words, not mine, is like, hey, do you want to hang out? Yeah, I'll hang out with you and look at you. Dialogue's not the best in this show, for sure. So, yeah. So yes, I do like his Ray's like, okay, you gotta go in there and you gotta save them. He's like, what, just me, dude? He's like, you heard the scientist? Only one person can go in there. We've never said that. Scientists say. He's scared. So they both decide to go in. And then this is where the episode just kind of becomes because I'm trying this, and they went, okay, we need an ending. Because this ending just, it fast tracks. They go in there. Ray just starts beating the hell out of Kevin. When Kevin's trying to explain what's going on, he just won't listen. He beats the hell out of him. As Kid Danger is getting the kids out of here, they're not able to explain anything. They get there's blue goo on them, which is not explained either when they come out. And then Captain Man says an explosive to go off after they leave. And it takes far too long for Kevin to try to go back to the portal before it explodes. He just kind of standing going, for the whole time. Because they come out and Piper's like, what are you doing? Kevin was nice. He was just lonely. He wanted some friends. We could leave whenever we wanted. And oh. And he's like, how long did you set that explosive for? He's like, and just as Kevin tries to go through, it explodes. And the portal disappears. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a solid wall, dude. And so that's just gone. And then the kid goes, the one kid, the hot boy that she liked, is like, hey, what happened to that Barb guy? And it turns out that Oliver was left behind in the other world. And I don't remember if they show him again after this. I think they do. So maybe continuity for this is out of... But you think if Evil Science Corp was anything like Hawkins Lab or the Russians in season 3, they're going to try again. They're going to try again, for sure, to open that portal. So, it's not over. But there's no continuation to this. The closest thing we get is when they go, an episode where they create a tunnel to get places, and there's mole people. I thought that was gonna play into something else, but it's not gonna. It might even be before this, actually. No, because I think Piper's in there after this. Piper doesn't know yet, so yeah. So it's a parody of Stranger Things. There's a lot of stuff, right? That's in there. The Steve, the dressed like Hopper, the creature, yeah. An evil science lab that is doing this, yeah. But I like Bill Evil more than Papa. I hate Papa. I know he has a name, but he's Papa, okay? Yeah. And very overt, very who's gonna be dumb, who's going to be 11? And it just cuts to Piper. No shit. The one who dressed up like 11? Oh no. And I'm kind of glad that Jasper, I'm gonna call him Dustin. Jasper isn't in this as much because I don't know, him talking like Dustin, it's just a little gag, I guess. Yeah, it's a code red. Code red. And then Schwartz says, oh, I am Steve. Because the hair. Schwartz the hair. Schwartz over here. What's his name? Schwartz. Schwartz the hair. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little tribute. Like I said, Halloween doesn't play much into it. They're dressed in costumes, but like, it doesn't really. It's not big. It's more of let's parody Stranger Things than anything, because that's what's popular, right? So yeah. So for the last two reviews, we're going back to the 90s to visit a certain glasses wearing, suspenders wearing, stripy shirt nerd who would like to ask the question, did I do that? So what are your thoughts on this episode? Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.